welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Anubhuti and I love to talk about everything beauty related. I love to do product reviews and I love to get use out of my makeup collection more efficiently and not necessarily buy everything that's new in the market. And in order to get rotate through my makeup collection, I love to participate in a lot of project pans. Basically, project panning is where you pick up your products and give them a use or just try to hit the metal pan that is part of the packaging. But nevertheless, I do participate in a lot of project pans and I am documenting a lot of them here on my YouTube channel. So if those are the things you are interested in, please make sure to subscribe before jumping into today's video. My 26 in 2026 plan to pan list. I am a quarter too late for that. So I decided to skip the intro altogether and decided to do first update directly. My plan to pan list, I never documented here on my YouTube channel. But every year I do select a couple of products that I am on verge of finishing or that needs a little bit push to get them out of my collection. So I do make a list every year and I work on those products to get them completely finished and out of my collection. So yes, so this year also I made the list, but I was not planning to. I was contemplating should I document it or not, but then I decided why not, let's do it. So today I'm doing the first update. I will also show you so it is kind of introduction come first update video. So I'm going to walk you through the list of products that I've selected, and then also I'm going to walk you through the progress also simultaneously. I have selected only makeup. This is only makeup product focused. So I'm going to talk about the products in order I do apply them in my makeup. So yeah, let's talk about the primer first. So for the primer category, my goal is to get used up all my minis. Because before with every MAC order we used to get those minis, you had option to choose minis. So I have these 6 ml minis lying in my collection. I have been working on them slowly throughout the years, but this year I have decided to pick 5 of these. So 6 ml of multiply by 5 is 30 ml, which is kind of a full size primer. So yeah, this is Natural Radiance Base Lumiere MAC Prep and Prime. So I had 5 of these and the goal was to use all 5 of them, and I am counting all 5 of these as 1 empty for this plan to pan. I do count them individually in my makeup inventory and I do also count them individual empties, but as part of plan to pan, I do consider all 5 of these as one product, and so far I have emptied 1 of these completely, so we have 4 more to go on this one. Then second is also a set of minis, and those are 2 of my mini strobe creams in the shade Pink Light. So this is MAC strobe cream, yeah, in the shade Pink Light, and I have 2 of these left. I had, I think, 5 or 6 of these in my collection at a point of time. So almost like a full size, but yes, so I have these 2 left in my collection. So the goal is to use both of these as a second product. So 6 into 6 is 12. That is also more than what MAC Mini comes in. I think MAC Mini is 10 ml, but yeah, so this is 12 ml. I'm counting them as one product because I have just 2 of them left. So yes, that is going to be my second primer. And so far I have, on the primer thing, I have like 1 of these out, so 4 more to go, and 2 of these also needs to go. So now next is foundation category, and for foundation category I have 2 picks in my collection, and first of them was, you might have seen it making appearance previously also in my different project pans. So this is the Body Shop Fresh Nude Tinted Beauty Balm with SPF 30, and this is in the shade Medium Fair. So this is quite deep in the tone, but yes, this is my first Plan to Pan foundation. So this is the third product and my first foundation. The second foundation I want to pan is this Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 25. And this is very, very light toned. And this is also almost done. I do not like this formula a lot because you have to use your hands to apply it on your face. If you use a brush or a sponge, it sets into your pores, it separates, it doesn't sit pretty, it doesn't look flattering at all, it skips on your face. So the best way to apply it is using your hands. And I just do not like the formula. It looks pretty from afar, but I do not like how it looks closer. But if I use my hands to apply it, this is beautiful. Yeah, so this is going to be my second foundation in the list and my fourth product in my Plan to Pan. Now we have also two concealers. So first concealer that is in my Plan to Pan list is NYX Professional Bear With Me Serum Concealer. So when we started the year, I was here somewhere where the concealer is written, and now I have made almost half of the progress. I do not like it as much as a concealer, but I do like it as a base product more, because I think it skips my under eyes somehow, and you need very, very less amount. I do know that, but I do like to use it like as a correcting concealer slash like, and then I do like to use a set like a brightening concealer on top of it. So yeah, this is my first concealer pick. And then the second concealer that is in my Plan to Pan list is my YSL Touche Éclat in the shade 2.5 Fair. And this is very light toned. So this is my winter shade. And I do like to use it as a highlighting concealer, some like in other part of the year basically. So if I have a darker concealer that I'm working on, then I like to mix this with it. So these two concealers are my Plan to Pan this year. So this is 5 and 6, product number 5 and 6. Then we have powder category. For powder category also I have two powders in my Plan to Pan list. First is Elemasca Skin Base Pressed Powder in the shade Light 2. This had a lot of product when we started the year. With my powders, I do work on at a single powder at one point of time. I do not have multiple powders open. So this is, I already hit pan on it and then it was breaking apart. So then I had to repress it. And this is very little left in this one. So this is my first powder. This had 10 gram product in it. So I've started working on it, I think last year, mid of the year somewhere. And I was not wearing much makeup last year. So this did not have much progress, but this year I've been wearing makeup consistently, I think for the last 2 months. So then this has a lot of progress, and this is my first powder in my Plan to Pan. And once I'm done with this one, then the second powder that is in my Plan to Pan list is Essence Skin Loving Sensitive Mineral Powder Blurring Mattifying Non-Comedogenic Aloe Vera. So yeah, this is my second powder. So once I'm done with my La Masca one, I am going to switch to this one. So this is two in my powder category. So we have product number 7 and 8. Now let's move to setting spray. So for setting spray also, I had two setting sprays. So I chose basically two in each base makeup category basically. So first setting spray that was in my Plan to Pan list was MAC Fix Prep and Prime Fix Plus Rose version, and I was already working on it, and it is already an empty, and I threw the bottle because I filmed my empties video, so you can check it out. I will link it here somewhere. And then the second setting spray that is in my Plan to Pan list is this Urban Decay De-Slick. This is a mini 30 ml travel size. This is a oil control setting spray. So I am not working on this one. I'm using another setting spray because my MAC Fix Plus is out. But I think this is a mattifying oil control version, and I think it's too early to pull this out. I am going to use it in the summer, and I think it will be an empty. So this is my second This is full, by the way. Right now I have used it barely, I think 3-4 times last year. And yeah, so this is going to be my setting spray, second setting spray. So this is product number 9 and 10. So product number 9 is already out of my collection at this point. Then we have to move to the color product, cheek products. So let's talk about the blush. I am not very, I wanted to do 2 blushes, but then I thought, okay, hold your horses. You can, I wanted to be achievable and realistic. So I decided to pick products. If I empty more blushes, it's fine, but at least my goal is to empty 1 blush as part of this project. So plan to pan. So this is my custom blush in the shade Berry Pink. And so I had Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice face palette, and then I repressed, that was my most used palette, and then the packaging broke, so I repressed leftover shades from it into 2 different blushes, I think 3 different blushes. So one of them was this Berry Pink. This is kind of shimmery finish blush, and also a peachy pink. And then there is a nude shade that is pressed separately. That was my favorite nude shade from that palette. So yeah, oh, I already have a pen in this. There is like really tiny line of pan here. I don't know. I do not know about that, but yes, yay. So this is in my plan to pan for the blush category this year, and this is very thin now. This has been part of many projects this year, and I'm consistently working on it, and I definitely want to get it out of my collection. So this is my blush pick and product number 11. For bronzer category, I picked 2 bronzers. One of them was cream bronzer and one of them is powder bronzer. So cream bronzer was Nude Sticks Mini in the shade Bondi Bay. Oh wait, I forgot, I did not throw out my empties yet, so I can show you the empties. So this is my primer empty that we were talking about. Then also my Fix Plus, that was empty. Here it is. So these were 2 empties. And then yes, the cream bronzer pick was Nude Sticks Mini Bronzer in the shade Bondi Bay. This is how it looked like, and I have used it up completely already. So for a quarter update, not bad. So I have used it at the base with the packaging, and I'm not at level with the packaging, and I'm not going to take it out because that's not what I like to do. It becomes too messy for me to use it properly, and sometimes the formula also changes, and then I think this had like 1.8 gram of products. I'm not sure, I don't think so there's much in it. I don't really like to dig out the products, but this was really good formula, so I might even try to do that. Okay, maybe I can try to do it in a container like this and try to use it up. But for me, I'm calling it empty. So this was product number 12 of my first bronzer for Focus, which is already an empty. And then the powder bronzer that was in my plan to pan was Hoola Benefit Hoola Mini. This has 4 gram product. So this is how my Hoola looks like. You can see there is already a pan. There has been a pan before, and I have repressed it already. It's very thin, as you can see. There is not much product left in it. So I think this will be empty by end of the year, but I am slowly making progress on it. I reach for it when I'm not in mood to reach for a bronzer from my Project 10 uses or something, but I do still want to rotate through my makeup collection, but I still want to use it enough so it can be an empty. So yeah, this is my powder bronzer and product number 12. Now let's talk about the highlighter. For highlighter, I chose only one highlighter. Let's be realistic. I don't think so. Some years I'm not even finishing up a highlighter. Bronzers, on an average, I finish at least 1 bronzer every year. Mini, sometimes 1, and then make some progress on another one. So yeah, that's realistic. But blush and highlight, I don't think so that I can use use up one every year, but yeah, let's see. So then we have this ColourPop highlighter. And then this is in the shade Lunch Money. This has been pretty old in my collection, but the formula is still nice. This is Super Shock highlighter. It has been in my collection since 2018, I think, and it is still, the formula is still good. It is not dried up, but I do want to get use out of it. Yeah, before it gets bad or decluttered, because this is very, very pretty highlighter. So this is my highlighter plan to pan this year, and this was product number 14. Then we have face palettes, and we have two face palettes in the focus. Okay, I was talking about blush and bronzer being too much, and now I have two face palettes. Hear me out. Product number 15 and 16, two face palettes, and I will let you know why. So the first face palette, that is Plan to Pan. I am being very ambitious, but I think I can do it. And this is my very reflective Hourglass Ghost ambient lighting ghost palette. This is how it looks like. So we have already two empty pens. I have used up both the powders from it. Now we have highlighter and two blushes and a bronzer. So and they have pretty good progress, especially the bronzer and highlighter. Both of these are pretty thinned out, and all of these have side pens already, even the blushes. So I think I will try to be ambitious and get this completely used up and out of my collection, if that's possible, because this is very expensive palette. I would like to do that. So yeah, this is my first face palette plan to pan this year. The second face palette plan to pan this year is my Too Faced Holiday 2019 Let It Snow Girl bronzer and highlighter duo. The packaging was cardboard packaging, and I wanted to be, that was not really travel friendly anymore. Also, it was a weird shape. It used to take a lot of space. So then I decided to repress it in this Catrice Compact. So this is still duo. So that had Chocolate Soleil bronzer and Angel Wings highlighter. So these two are pressed here. And then this is going to be my second plan to pan for face palette this year. So this is Chocolate Soleil bronzer and Angel Wings highlighter. This has already pan in it. Very, very thin product. The highlighter is also very thin here. I think I can do it, or maybe not, we'll see. But yes, so that is my product number 16, second face palette. Now next we have eye pencils, and I do go through a lot of eye pencils every year. So I have decided to be ambitious and pick 4 eye pencils, and out of 4 I have already finished 2 of them in the first quarter. So good progress, I would say. So then the first empty and first plan to pan list, first eyeliner / kajal in my plan to pan list was this Avon Big Daring Kajal in the shade Burnt Olive. And this was a beautiful kind of metallic olive shade, and this was also empty this year. This had, I think, decent amount of product left. I think it took me about a month usage to get it out. The second was basic black coal that I was using, and I wanted to be more consistent in using this and then get it out of my collection. This was Nykaa Rock the Line Kajal in the shade Black. This was also pretty old in my collections. I wanted to use it up completely. This is the second empty. Now we have 2 more kajal / liners that I have to work on. One of them is this Lakme Forever Silk eyeliner in the shade Blue Cosmos, and I cannot show you how much product is left in this because this is one of those only one-way twist up mechanism. So you can, once I twist it up, I cannot twist it back down. So I don't know how much product is left, but I think I have used this pretty good, so I can empty it out this year. So this is my third eyeliner in the focus this year. And then the fourth and last one is this Kiko Milano Party All Night Lasting Liner in the shade 02. this much is left. This has been part of my many project pens throughout last year and this year, and this has this much amount left. When I started the year, it had almost double the product. I think I can use it because this is very, very pretty plum kind of satiny plum shade, and this is very easy to pair up with any eye look, because I do tend to lean towards more rosy tone makeup, purple tone makeup. So then this is easy to reach for, I think. And this I can use it on my waterline and also on my lash line. Same goes for this one. So yes, this is my fourth eye pencil that is in my focus, and those were 20 products so far. Now you might have noticed I've not picked up any liquid liners because I don't really reach for them, because I think they're not really water resistant most of the time. And I prefer pencil ones. They are just easy to use. So unless I really want a sharp wing, like today I'm wearing a liquid liner, and so then I reach for liquid liners, but otherwise I just stick to the pencil ones. And then next we have 2 lip liners in the plan to pan list this year. Lip liners are really not easy to pan because I am using them as a lip liner. I can repurpose them, but I do already repurpose them as a blush. A lot of people do that. I saw Sarah Rose, she is, when she doesn't like a lip liner shade as a lip liner, she repurposes it as a blush sometimes. I've also seen, I think, Kelly Gooch, not sure, but I'm sure about Sarah. So, yeah, but I do own a lot of blushes as is. And also these are like my very, very favorite shades. These are 2 nude shades. One of them is kind of mauvey brown shade and one of them is kind of a peachy coral. So these both are pretty easy to reach shades. First is from Oriflame, and this is in the shade Coral. The second one is from Deborah Milano, and this is in the shade 03, and I think it's called Dusty Mauve or something, not sure. So these are the 2 lip liners that are in my plan to pan list. So yes, those are 2 lip liners, and product number, I think, 21 and 22. Then we have 2 liquid lipsticks, and I chose again minis for liquid lipstick category. I do tend to get over a lot of lipsticks, but specifically to be sure, I wanted to include the ones that I'm sure I will be able to work on them as part of this project and do as much damage to this project as possible. So then I picked these 2 liquid lipsticks. These are by Milani, sorry. These 2 mini lipsticks, and these are by Giorgio Armani. I got them as a freebie with my order from Look Fantastic, I think. And this much is in the red one, and this much, I think, half of the bottle is in the nude one. The nude one's stopper is already out. One of them is nude, and other one is what is called shade 103 and shade 400. So nude and red, that is what I call them. So then yeah, the stopper from nude one is already out. The red one is still to go. I will also give you a swatch. The formula is kind of a velvety finish, which never really sets. So these are the 2 shades that are the lipsticks, liquid lipsticks that I am working on. So this is 23 and 24, and last 2 products are bullet lipsticks that I want to talk about. So then we have 2 bullet lipsticks for 25 and 26. First bullet lipstick is from Charlotte Tilbury Mini. This is from a holiday kit from, I think, 3-4 years ago. This is from the Hot Lips range, and this is in the shade JK Magic. This much is left here. I think this is half of the lipstick I have already finished. So this is the half of it left, and I do want to reach for it more. This is a beautiful nude shade. I can pair it up with these lip liners to tone it up or tone it down. So that is why I decided to pick this one up. Bullet lipsticks, not easy to pan. Lipsticks are not easy to pan. So yeah, this is my first pick for the bullet lipstick, and then the second bullet lipstick I want to get out of my collection is Kiko Milano Sparkling Holiday Mini Lipstick, and this is also 1.5 grams. Charlotte Tilbury had, I don't know how much, but yeah, this is also from Kiko Milano, and this is in the shade Mauve. And this is how much is left in this one. This is also pretty old in my collection. This is the shade. So I think I have pretty good variety here. So that is going to be my product number 26. So those were all the products that are in my 26 plan to ban in 2026. Now, out of those, we have so far 4 empties, I would say for sure. 4 sure empties. So one of them is the bronzer, cream bronzer, setting spray, and then 2 eye pencils. So those were all the empties. And then we have also made like 1 out of 5 is from the primer. So that is the progress about this plan to pan this year. I hope you like this video. Are you doing any plan to plan? Do you have any plan to pan list this year? If you have, how is it going for you so far? Do you have any good progress? Do you have any common products with me? Please share in the comment section below, and I will love to know about your choices. And till next time, have a good day, good night, depending on wherever you are, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.